Hi, so welcome through my playthrough of my game. I'm just gonna start and build and get into it and explain the code as I go, just so that we can save on time. Pretty much everything in my game runs off of scriptable objects in order to keep the majority of the code off of the player and more just interact with the player. Click the sign, tells you how to move, how to interact, and your goal. There's my escape door. The signs themselves work off of Unity events and a game action handler. This one warns you about cars. Um, but the game action handlers and the Unity events, essentially the game action handler helps trigger a Unity event that tells it to toggle the UI so that you can read it. So I just got extremely lucky there because my cars run off of an enumerator, which essentially means that they're randomly generated. So even I don't know when the next one is going to come. So every time you go across the road, it's a risk. Go back here. It's markedly easy in that first area because you can wait and take your time. Here we introduce this next area, which is where we introduce my patrolling enemy AI, and I've already run into him. He takes only 1 health, and they're pretty aggressive, but they don't corner well, so that's good news for me. And here you can see you can use fences to get them to reconsider and have to take the long way around. Go back here, drop it off, and then we head to the last area. So the last area combines all the previous areas and introduces a new mechanic with the light. If you go in the light, your light bar starts going down and doesn't refill back up. But essentially you want to keep out of the light, stay cautious. And so this is where all of them combine together. You see that I've been dying really frequently. The combination of aggressive AI, unpredictable cars, and lights that stop you from being able to stop in one spot and watch for cars kind of combines together to create more of a challenge. Oops, there goes the other one. Please let me across the road. There's my final thing. And when you die, you do drop the ball. So the balls work on a series of bools and with the parent function. So essentially, when I pick it up, it's parented to my possum. Um, and the bools basically say, like, is this available to pick up? Can you hold this? If you can't, if you can. And they switch off based on where your ball currently is. So I can't outrun the dog, but I can outcorner the dog. So I'm going to actually go back here, sneak around this corner here. But that cost me some of my light resistance. He's going to run into me here. As you can see, I'm still making it to the back of the level. I'm still making progress. In the meantime, I'll explain um, more of the code. The car, no, I already explained the cars. Sorry, I'm just trying to focus so I can win my own game. Tell you what, I'm actually gonna turn on one of my developer cheats I left in the game, which is a super speed, so that way I can get to where I was before, and then I'll go back the rest of the way. Because otherwise it takes a long period of trial and error, which is the point. but I don't have time to do that in this video. And I don't want to waste your time watching me be bad at video games. So there we go. We got it to that. Is that second to last or last? We got it further, which is great. I'm gonna speed through because I want to be able to show you the actual code itself. Don't want to waste your time. This one's gonna be tricky because I left it in the road and I got taken out by my light resistance. So even with the super speed, it doesn't super help anything. It just helps you get back to the back of the level more than anything. Go, 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 go. Come on, come on. Come on. There we go. Perfect. So we've made it. We go back here. We get our fun little particle effect. The door disappears. We go back here, and it quits out of the game. Explaining the code. Pretty much, like I said, everything works on scriptable objects. My time left is a float data that these all influence. I am pretty proud of coding the pickup and of coding the signs. Those were both really hard and took a while for me to be able to get the bugs out of. Let me see if I can pull up the timer script. Because I did that one with the least help from tutors. So I am very proud of that. But essentially, they run off of the event system too. If the timer is running, time left value is less than 0. It subtracts due to time.delta time, else it invokes the death event and sets your value back to 3. It checks for the player, but it pretty much stays on its own. My distance check, so this is actually what I use for the door. For the door, and I was also struggling with this. So this actually checks how close the objects are to the door, which allows it to check where your trash balls are in relation to the door, and it tells it through this bool right here, the private bool check distance, where it is and if it's within radius, and returns that. And the public void loop through objects returns pretty much the same thing and can be accessed by other things like my door controller script. Overall, I learned a lot from this project, and I'm probably going to end the video here. Please let me know if you have any questions or would like to see anything more, and thank you for the great semester.